5 surprising reasons you're struggling to meet women. It's not about being a Chad or a Tyrone with a 6-figure income and 6-pack abs. But if you think that's what you need, you're definitely in the right place today. One of these 5 surprising reasons could be why you're struggling to meet women. If you're frustrated with your lack of love life, it could be that frustration is one of the signs. Welcome to Just the Tip Tuesday. We're going to go from the most obvious to the most surprising, and I'll share with you what you can do about it and where to meet women. Number 5. You're an introvert, a lone wolf, or a Sigma. Interesting, right? So, you either don't go out or, when you do, you tend to avoid people, including women. You won't magically transport her into your living room, even if she's an AI. If you want a real, flesh and blood woman, you'll need to step out of your house. I get it, I can relate. I'm an introvert, too. Surprise, surprise, but unless you want to just do online dating, you can't stay inside all the time. If you can relate to that, you might relate to this next one. Number 4, you don't have enough extroverted friends. What if you don't even have any friends? That's a problem we'll discuss in a minute. But extroverted friends are valuable to an introvert because extroverts tend to hang out with other people. That way, you can meet people through people who are introverts. If you meet women through friends of friends, they're more likely to be friendly and welcoming because you've already shown social proof by being associated with this other person. As much as we love our introvert friends, they're not the ones who tend to be out in the world socializing with new people. So, as much as it may hurt, you need to say yes to some of those extroverted friends who are inviting you out. You don't have to stay long. Just get out of your comfort zone for a little while. The bonus is that when you meet friends through friends, there's no pressure for romance. You're just getting to know someone new. If you don't have a social life, you don't have extroverted friends. And that's something you'll need to work on if you want to use this particular tool to meet women. Just like anything, social skills are a skill that require practice, failure, learning, repetition, more effort, and more practice. You have to try if you want to get good or get better at something you're not already good at. We'll talk about developing the confidence to do that in a minute, but let's say you're an extrovert or at least an introvert, and you're still not successful in meeting women. Could be because of number 3, you're not initiating interaction, even if you don't have any friends. If you go out in the world by yourself, you can still meet women if you learn how to initiate communication and engagement. It doesn't mean that the first girl you meet is going to be your forever love, probably not. If you keep that in mind, you won't get so discouraged. The initial conversations you have with people can shape your approach to building connections. Instead of viewing these interactions as opportunities to test your limits, think of them as chances to grow. If you're willing to step outside your comfort zone, you'll gradually gain confidence in your ability to succeed. The more you practice, the more likely you are to achieve results, especially when those results align with your values. While audio may not be your favorite, focus on the kind of woman you desire to connect with. Someone who embodies strength and authenticity. Currently, many women are approached by men who are overly confident or use manipulation tactics, like pickup artists, which can leave them feeling unfulfilled. These individuals often come across as reserved or even aloof because they've experienced similar dynamics before. If you're not just seeking casual encounters but want meaningful relationships, avoid projecting an expectation of instant love. Instead, cultivate curiosity about women and people in general. Approach conversations with an open mind rather than a goal-oriented mindset. If your focus is solely on finding love quickly, the other party may perceive you as desperate, which can turn off potential partners. This mindset can create a self-fulfilling cycle where you miss out on genuine connections. The second reason for difficulty in meeting women stems from a negative confirmation bias. This tendency to interpret information through a lens of negativity often arises from past disappointments or unmet expectations. Your subconscious may unconsciously assume that women are inherently dangerous or that life is full of obstacles. This belief can influence every interaction you have, leading you to overlook women who deserve better. By focusing on safety over hope, you risk missing opportunities that could lead to meaningful relationships. When you're constantly expecting rejection, you may act anxious or awkward, further reinforcing the idea that you're not successful. This creates a feedback loop that makes it harder to build trust. To overcome these challenges, start by confronting your fear of rejection. Acknowledge that it's natural to feel nervous when approaching new situations, but remind yourself that growth comes from taking steps despite uncertainty. Whether you're meeting women in person or online, prioritize authenticity over perfection. Remember, confidence isn't about being flawless. It's about showing up genuinely and being open to learning. By embracing curiosity and patience, you'll gradually break free from patterns that limit your potential. Let's talk about relationships and self-improvement. The reality is, most couples you see aren't made up of ultra-confident Chads or Tyrones. And that's both encouraging and challenging. The good news? Your dating success ultimately comes down to you. That's empowering because it means even if you're not naturally skilled in certain areas right now, you have the ability to grow and improve. It's entirely within your control. You just need to put in the effort. The flip side? Growth requires stepping outside your comfort zone, which isn't always easy. But if you're willing to take that leap, let me be the first to applaud you, because courage is undeniably attractive. Here's the truth. Progress often involves stumbling along the way. You might face setbacks before seeing results, and that's perfectly normal. If you're struggling with confidence, especially when it comes to dating, I've got a free resource to help. My instant confidence cheat sheet. You'll find the link below, or somewhere nearby. Now, if you're already feeling bold and wondering, where are all the great partners hiding? Then you'll want to check out my video on 15 unexpected places to meet quality women. No bars or nightclubs required. One of those spots is where I met Nick, a spirited older gentleman who, let's just say, had some interesting pickup tactics. You'll have to watch the video for the full story, but here's the takeaway. If Nick can put himself out there, so can you. Thanks for being here. Wishing you all the best.